Divine Rising. It's your sister from another mister, Lovely Fly Shy, back with another video. How are we doing, tribe? I hope all is well, as always. I hope you all are, just maintaining and protecting your energy at its highest. And I just hope you all are continuing to fight the great fight and having that self-actualization analysis, if you will, within yourself, reminding you that you are powerful and no weapon formed against you shall prosper ever, never, not in this lifetime at least. All right, so before we jump into the video, I would like to ask that you guys go ahead and like this video in advance. I'm certainly trying to continue on with growing my channel. Like every time I make my videos, I notice that sometimes I often forget to make the key points and to send out those call for action type scenarios or statements. But this is my call for action now, so go ahead and like this video, and do not hesitate to comment, if anything that I discuss in this video on this rising, if it resonates with you, if you can relate to it, and if you feel as if you're going through the same thing, go ahead and go ahead and comment. I look forward to connecting with each and every one of you. I truly appreciate you all for joining me on this journey. And sometimes it's uncomfortable, sometimes it's confusing, sometimes it's even out of body, because I'm like, wow, am I really doing this? Am I really being my true authentic self? Am I really showing the good, the bad, and the ugly to the world, and reminding the world that not only are you all are you all not alone with what it is that you face, but you have already been predestined a conqueror. Okay? And I never want any of you to forget that. That's why I want to continue to document this journey of self-realization and self-actualization and healing, transformation, and showing you all that recovery from any addiction is possible. It doesn't matter what you are doing. Don't fret for those of you who were ex-gambling addicts, or you're still fighting the beast. I will be making some videos about that here shortly. Just give me some time. I have a lot going on, but I do want to share with you all my high energies and my prayers of hope, and sending my love and wish of recovery upon each and every one of you that are still going through any form of addiction, no matter what it is. But just know that recovery is possible, salvation is possible, and becoming the strong-willed, powerful individual you were, intended to be is possible. And I don't want any of you to forget that, okay? So I believe I said a mouthful, but I want to get into this new pattern of really just slowing down, saying what it is that I want to say and not rushing anything. I think I've been in that period and in that phase for a long time, just going fast, and honestly going nowhere fast, really, right? So now I take pride in just slowing down, taking it easy. Yes, y'all, we gotta take it easy. We gotta take it easy. But no, I really pride myself on just slowing down and grounding myself and remaining present and still in the moment. But yeah, let's jump into the video. So this rising's video is titled, God Says Stop stressing, sweating, and depressing over them folks. I'm going to say it again. Stop stressing, sweating, and depressing over them folks. This could be family, friends, loved ones, your husband, your wife, who, whatever. However, this has been weighing heavy on my heart, and it was really placed on my heart to remind you all not to be dismayed. I want to remind you guys not to be confused. Do not be so desperate and so uncomfortable with your loneliness or with your isolation that you're just willing to freely give your energy, time, and spirit freely. You know, I'm going to put an emphasis on that, freely, to just anyone. We are not in the times that you can do that. This is truly spiritual warfare, you guys. And a lot of people, they can't even grasp that because they're so of this world. They're living, you know, just in this indoctrinated, low level, just illusionary way of thinking. Right? And so if these very people have walked out of your life, if they have shown you their true colors, this is the time and this is the period in this, you know, current season to accept that. Do not sit in denial any longer. When a person walks out of your life, and you know that you have never wronged them, you know that you shown them unwavering love, you gave them pure energy, a kind heart, and you exuded all of these qualities that no one else in their life could even produce. Hence why it was so not second nature when they met you. You know, it was out of this world. And so, do not be confused, you guys. Don't be. If your spirit restricts you and makes you feel any type of reluctance about communicating with a person, about reaching out to a person, and there's that like wall instantly put up, you know, disconnecting you from, you know, that said person and yourself, take heed. Everyone does not deserve to go on this ride with you. Everyone does not deserve to be in your energy field. And I'm seeing it now. I foresee it and I feel it. And I know it to be true. But in this season, you all, who am I talking to? You are about to ruffle so many feathers. You are about to make so many people angry. Just based off of your strength, your spirit, and your energy alone. See, these low level, low frequency, low vibe folks, you see, they cannot compete where they do not compare. You see, they measure their worldly success or their perceived success that was really merely created from an illusion. They compare that, or excuse me, they actually put that over spiritual wellness, mental clarity. They put that over doing that inner work that makes them crappy people to begin with, that makes them dark entities, that allows them to be opened up and used by these principalities in high places. Because we have to remember, you guys, we're not fighting against flesh and blood. You know, we do not wrestle against flesh and blood, but these principalities, these spirits that are operating in these people. You know, and everybody ain't against you, but everybody surely ain't with you either. All right? So this is a season to be, and to use, actually, to use your discernment. Meditate, go within yourself, ask, and you shall receive. An upgrade in your discernment, an upgrade in your intuition, an upgrade in seeing beyond the fallacies and the facades. You'll receive that if you ask for it. But stop stressing, sweating, and depressing off these folks that could not give you what it was that you needed anyways, because they were unable to receive it. You know, we are like aliens. Those of us with pure, kind hearts, high energy, highly empathetic, we have tapped in to our spiritual abilities, our superpowers, if you will. We are like aliens to these people. These three-dimensional, low-level, one-track-minded people that allow a system and programs to think for them, to set out, you know, a false rendition of the way their life should play out. You know, it gets real. It really does, you guys. But sometimes they walk away because your spirit is just too powerful for them. Your energy is just too powerful for them. Way too powerful. They can't take it. And that's okay. You know, that's not to put them down. I'm not saying that to boast or brag. I mean, but the proof is in the pudding. The pudding. Pudding. The truth is in the pudding. All right? The proof is, I said the truth. You see, y'all, look, you know what I'm saying. For real. Who am I talking to tonight? I know I am speaking to somebody. Comment, because I know you guys have somebody in your life that sees you elevating. They see you rising. And they think, oh, she just talking, or he just crazy, or so-and-so is this, and so-and-so is that. And then, you guys, here's the kicker. This is what they gonna do. And I see it and I foresee it. And like I said, I feel it now. Because I have that gift. I'm a seer, right? Amongst all other things. But I can just see it now. You're rising. You're being exalted. You are proving the naysayers wrong. Yet, what do they lean on? What is their number one tactic? Bringing up your past. Oh, they love to do that, you guys. They love to do that. They love to bring up your past, and they love to throw it up in your face, whether indirectly, subliminally, at random, for no reason. But guess what? They love to throw it back up in your face. But this is what you tell them. But God, while you sitting here trying to persecute and convict me, God has already dropped the charges. God has already vindicated me. God has already seen me through that. But God has made me anew. Who am I talking to? Thank you, Holy Spirit, because I'm talking to somebody. That's it, the number one culprit. That is the number one tactic these empty seaters, soulless beings, that is what they lean on. They think that they can destroy you with your past, but little do they know, you have already been freed of all of that. You have been freed of your mistakes. You have been let off the hook. God has already dropped all of the charges. So they would be exerting and wasting energy, continuously bringing it up in an attempt at breaking you, thinking that they can, thinking that they have the power to break you, when no weapon formed against you shall prosper. You hear me? No weapon formed against you shall prosper. We shall proceed, even in the face of adversity, even in the face of trial and tribulation. We shall proceed. It is a must that we keep our energy strong, that we remain grounded and mindful of at all times, and that by protecting our energy and by protecting who it is that we allow in our space or who we allow ourselves to be around, it's important that they either vibe high or die trying. You know, that's the motto at this point. If they ain't vibing high, they're gonna die trying to live in this box, trying to be somebody that they're not. You guys, it gets deep in the face of spiritual warfare. But I want to tell you, alive and well in the flesh, that you will prosper and you will proceed. We shall. I'm going to continue to put the highest amount of emphasis on that. You know, these people, they see you rising up. They see the glory of God. They see the works. They see it. Even in the midst of the struggle, you may not have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of, but you're still blessed. You're still favored. You are still chosen. You still have a divine calling over your life. You are still a part of God's royal kingdom, his royal priesthood. You still have an inheritance. You see, what people fail to realize is they think that hard times last forever. They think that, you know, when we are being faced or met with tribulation, they think we're going to remain in that season forever. They think that we will never, ever get back up without them. They think that we will be down forever, but nothing, no circumstance that is, lasts forever. Especially if you have the belief and you have already ignited and awakened that power within yourself. You know that, okay, this too shall pass. I will rise above this. I already have. See, that's how I talk to myself. That is my inner dialogue. So whether I'm getting evicted, whether I lost this, whether I'm in debt about and such debt, whether I don't have this and whether this broke and this got, it doesn't matter. Because I know that this too shall pass, and it is merely a test. I know that even in the midst of all of this, I still have a divine calling governing over my life. I still have work to do. God still is working on me and working through me. But I came here and I come on here to be a beacon of light and love and inspiration to each and every one of you. No matter what it is you're going through, whatever demon it is that you are fighting. My hope and my wish and my reasoning behind this is just to ignite and awaken your true self, so that none of these situations that we go through can overpower us and hinder us and block us and create all these other snowball effects in our lives. When we can control this and we can gain control of this, then we can change our reality. And I know that to be true because I'm doing it now. And I show you all the good, the bad, the behind the scenes, the ugly, the flaws, the imperfections. Because that is what I have been called to do. You know, there's a lot of so-called influencers that, you know, they put on this facade and you can see right through them. And it's like, yes, you may be blissed and you may be favored and, you know, you may be this and you may be that, but don't put on this energy or put out this energy that all is just well all the time, and that, you know, you ain't been through nothing and that your crap don't stink, because it does. You see, as you all are watching my rise, I want you guys to see what it is I'm coming from. I want you all to see the good, the bad, and the ugly, the nitty gritty. You know, I want you guys to see the times when I was down, you know, in and out of jail, going through what I'm going through in terms of my housing situation, but knowing deep down within me that this too shall pass. I will rise above this. I have risen, and I have the power within myself to change these circumstances. Yes, I do. And that has to be your inner dialogue too, you guys. It really has to. Even in the face of situations you don't know how you're going to make it through. You got to really ground yourself in that moment and remind yourself who you are. All right, so instead of stressing, sweating, and depressing over these folks, wondering what went wrong, why it went wrong, why they ghosted you, why they never invite you out, you know, why you're not good enough for them, and all of these whys. Instead, start saying thank you. Start thanking the Most High Creator of all things for protecting you from whatever it is that you couldn't see at the time. These people walk out of our lives for a reason. But we must press forward. We cannot be dismayed, confused, and so desperate. So much so to the point that we'll just give our energy, time, and spirit freely to just anyone. We cannot do that. That is not the season. That is not the time to do so. Keep focusing on you. Keep watering your seeds. Keep planting those seeds. All right? Those people, soon enough, if they aren't feeling it now, they'll see that it was them all along. There was nothing wrong with you. You know, it was your energy, it was your spirit that overpowered them. It was your spirit that pushed them away. And don't look at that in a negative sense, especially if these people are, you know. Alrighty, you all, my apologies. I had to clear up some stuff on my phone. But to conclude this message, I just wanted to make this video to remind you not to hang your head low or not to blame yourself, especially if you know deep within yourself and if you know to be true that, you know, you didn't wrong these people. You did not harm them. Instead, you were of love. You were of positivity. You were of a bright light, a brilliant light in these individuals' lives. And whether, you know, it's a friend, a family member, a loved one, spouse, you know, this pertains and can apply to anyone or in anything, excuse me. But I want you all to know that in this season, you know, there's going to be a lot of that. There's going to be a lot of this, you know, just a lot of God removing individuals out of our lives that, you know, do not mean us any well. God and our spirit guides intervening and stepping in when, you know, there's a person in our lives that we keep, you know, limited to low contact with. You know, this is the season where, you know, some of these people are going to be permanently left behind because their spirit, their energy is so low. It is so dark. You know, they operate on ill will. They thrive on gossiping and putting down other people. They thrive on being manipulative, aggressive, violent. They thrive on being just negative, toxic people. And I'm speaking to someone with this because I know there is someone, this could be a parent, it could be a sibling, whoever. There is someone in your life that you have limited to low contact with, but in this new season that is upon us now, these individuals will have to be permanently cut off from your energy field. Because not only do they feel entitled to you, they feel obligated to you, your time, your space, your energy, what it is that you create. They feel obligated to it. Stop stressing, depressing, and sweating off these folks. Leave them behind. If they don't get it, they just don't got it. If they showed up late, if they missed the call, well, hey, the ship already then took off. And lastly, don't allow anyone to bring up your past, and don't allow, no. People are entitled to do what they want. They're entitled to say what they want. But what I meant to say is, don't allow anyone bringing up your past. Don't allow that, oh my, see, look, enemy, get out of my voice, get out of my message, get out of my voice. But anyway, we shall proceed. Listen, do not allow anyone bringing up your past to make you create negative feelings within yourself, and or to make you react or respond in a negative way. They want that reaction from you. These people will bring up just things that they know can trigger you, or perhaps it did in the past. But see, in this new season, we have the capability and the mental ability to withstand, and therefore we cannot be triggered anymore. You're not going to throw my past up in my face and think that, oh, I'm just going to cower over, die, and just give up on my mission and on my purpose and on the will governing over my life. I think not. If you thought you were going to get some energy out of me, if you thought you were going to put me down, make me feel a certain way, you thought wrong. And you only exerted and lost your own energy because I took what you meant for my bad and I used it for my good. Now you're depleted. You all have to have this kind of energy with these people that want to use your past against you. And you see how these spirits, they didn't even want me to get that out. I struggled so much trying to just get out that basic statement, but it gets real. This is real, you guys. This is spiritual warfare, and in spite of what anyone may think or how they may feel, how they may receive you, do not be dismayed and do not be deceived. So again, stop stressing, sweating, and depressing off them folks. All right? You on your way to your promised land. And for many of you, you're already there. Enjoy, because this is a season of greatness.